Well, Mr. John Dallett. Mr. Dallett.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, I'll try and be constructive in my speech, and as ever. And what sort of caused me difficulty this afternoon is the modesty of the DUP, who are pretending they're not woodpeckers chipping away at the Good Friday Agreement. Indeed, I have to say the contribution made by Ian McRae was the most valuable one, where he made an overwhelming argument in favour of having the Orange Order and other fundamentalists involved in a new Civic Forum, and of course I would support that. Moving on, of course, to the kernel of the issue. You know, I would have thought the DUP would know better than most, since they're experts at it, that communication is a two-way process between humans, an exchange of knowledge and understanding, a practice which has kept democracy alive for thousands of years. Now, in all honesty, does this Assembly believe that it has reached the level of maturity where it can sweep all that aside, dispense with it, not have to rely on the lifetime of experience by academics, by educationists, by people in the voluntary sector, by a lot of people who kept this country going through 30 years of violence? I believe that we're very much in danger of developing a degree of decadence, which in itself is not a healthy thing in democracy. That leads, of course, to arrogance. Listen to us. We know what's good for you. Has this not led to the downfall of democracy in many parts of the world? But usually only after a lifetime of poor leadership management and a failure to listen to others. Here, remarkably, it has happened rather quickly. Well, I don't think that we have the God-given right to act on behalf of everything without reference to other people, to allow people to feel they're part of the ownership of this new experience, which in 1998, 71% of the population came out and voted in favour of in the North, and almost 100% in the Republic. That was the first indication that we were moving into something that could be described as democratic. Well, since you're talking across the table at me, it's probably better you do it through the chair.
I thank the member for giving way, and I'm not proud as to what reason you allow me to interject. But is the member aware that from 1998 we've had another election, and that the St Andrews Agreement was the one we all went to the people on? And this party became the largest party because we reflect what the people wanted. That's why we're sitting here as the largest party and you're sitting as the second largest Republican party.
Yes, of course.
Is the member not curious that Mrs Robinson has just confirmed that she went to the electorate, the DUP went to the electorate on the basis of the St Andrews Agreement, when in the last half an hour her members have been disowning the St Andrews Agreement? Are you not surprised by this contradiction?
No, Mr Atwood, I'm never surprised by what I hear in this chamber from those opposite. But maybe to address the issue that was raised by Mrs Robinson, does she realise that since 1998, if you wish to be called Irish, I'd gladly do it, does she realise that tens of thousands of people who breathed life into democracy in 1998 haven't been to the polls since? And is it any wonder? Is it any wonder when you see the performances that's going on here? Now, let's get real and accept that we desperately need advice and wisdom of the kind of people who would make up a new Civic Forum. Take one little example, and this is serious. Now, I want the members opposite to listen very carefully. One issue that the Civic Forum dealt with was literacy and numeracy. 240,000 people in this society between the ages of 16 and 64 were denied the right to have basic skills in reading and writing. Now, the report produced by the Civic Forum reverberated through the Department of Education, Department of Employment and Learning and many other departments, And a lot of people today have that ability to read and write. And if the Civic Forum did nothing else, it tooled them with the skills to be able to have a voice. But it seems today that the DUP don't want that voice to be heard, because those people might start asking questions about how this assembly is run. They might discover that it's not really good value for money when we spend our time here this afternoon discussing a bogus motion which has absolutely nothing to do with the crisis we're in at the moment. I don't have a lot more to say, Mr Deputy Speaker.
John Dallas there, singing the virtues of the Civic Forum and having a few swipes at the DUP at the same time.